Cool. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Excellent.
Very good.
So you're doing a little film here, doing a little history of the bands.
That's right, we gotta archive this stuff, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're rolling right along. So you're recording a new album.
Yes, Life on Fire.
Yeah. Where are you at in the planning stages right now of recording? And how long have you kind of been working on the whole thing?
Decades.
Decades.
No.
I think we're about ready to do vocals as far as like the, the progress of the recording's going. First full length, we did an EP when we very first got together. Just kind of banged it out just to have something to throw out, on the streets. But now this is going to be definitely a big production thing, full length.
Definitely
All
feels
the
like an
tracks.
album.
Life on Fire is the name of the CD.
Yep.
Where'd the title come from?
One of the songs that I wrote, lyrically, I bet it's more about just connecting with people and really finding your inner self and setting out fire and living it to the most.
Giving yourself an impetus to go out.
Yeah, and spiritual fire and fire of life and living the life of love.
So I can expect the typical sweet nasty passion on this one as well.
Yes. Emphasis on the nasty.
Your time with playing live come into play when you're recording an album? Do you find that you have less time that you focus on playing out, or?
Seems like lately in this process we've kind of been playing a little less, been spending the weekends, kind of working on recording, stuff like that. But I think we're going to start kicking it up in April pretty good, And I'll start working on new material too. We're always writing new material.
When are you expected to bring the CD to the public?
Probably summer.
2012.
If you could describe I know this is a really typical question, but if you could describe the music that you play to somebody who has no idea what it is you do, how would you go about describing it?
What is the sweet nasty?
I think, we both write, and I think we both have not totally different styles, but I like so much different kinds of music, and I try to so many different things that inspire me. So kind of have this blend of the funky stuff with kind of the alt country with jazz with I don't know. So.
And that's sort of I think
tough
where the funky Americana kind of came from. Is
Right.
where I'm more like a funk based. I really like the funk, the groove. And Johnny's got a lot of the Americana rootsy kind of writing styles that we put together. That makes it unique. It is what it is.
funny in this recording process with the record too, like hearing these new songs, actually like tracking them and watching build. They're kind of taking on a whole different life, than we do live too. It's interesting. Oh, this sounds really unique.
Right.
When you actually sit and pay attention to it, to the tracks, and really like organize it in a recording type of way. It's
That's probably one reason. I'm sorry to interrupt. That's probably one reason why we haven't been playing out live so much, because like recording the songs has changed them a lot.
Right.
So we're kind of like relearning a lot of them essentially.
Yeah.
So it's like now it's almost like an
cutting them down from like 9-minute epic tunes to
Yeah, it's like
to like
whittling.
3-minute
12-minute jam sessions
Totally.
and like really concise songs.
And that's the art of being a musician, I think, like, and we love playing together so much. It's, playing live, being a live performer and live group and having a great chemistry live, and then also being a studio musician and being able to, perform in the studio and make a great studio recording albums.
So what about the writing process? How do you approach it? It sounds like the two of you do maybe the bulk of the writing for the...
Well, we've been lately kind of doing it in this like collaborative manner, at least with us three. Like like he'll bring an idea to the table, sit down in my garage, and kind of hash it out, and just us three. Then we'll bring it to the rest of the band. It's kind of easier that way. It seems like it's kind of a good formula for us, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Like I'll have something, and we'll get together, we'll work on lyrics together, we'll just kind of dial it in just acoustically, and then bring it to the full. And you kind of already have like a set.
Right. Yeah.
And that's the mind come from, no matter where it's, like a heavier, as heavy as we get, rock thing or a groovy thing. My songwriting starts with my acoustic on the porch, just chilling by myself.
Yeah.
How long have you known each other? How did Sweet Nasty become Sweet Nasty?
Sweet Nasty, that was my nickname in jail. That's where we I was doing favors for the band.
And we were like, that'd be a perfect name for a band.
And you thought maybe just to remind you of that life, you should call your band Sweet Nasty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of started with you and Anton, didn't it?
Yeah, Anton and I came up with the name itself. It's just my two favorite kinds of music. It's the sweet ballads that just rip your heart out. Nasty grooves that get the party going. So.
Yeah, I think it is a pretty perfect description for the music that you all have. It's a little bit of sweet and it's a little bit of nasty. Yeah, it seems like you have a pretty perfect combination of musicality. You all seem to come from different backgrounds, which makes a really nice
We all come
blend.
from entirely different backgrounds.
Yeah. So, which I'm sure you are all very different in your lives outside of the band. How do you find the balance of the music and the band and the whole scene, and then whatever else you are in the rest of your time?
That's what I love about everybody playing music together with Sweet Nasty is we're kind of like a family.
I have one final question for you, and that is, what's your favorite Muppet?
This is a weird question.
It's a really telling thing about a person's character. I think what their favorite, Jim Henson Muppet is.
What's the guy that lives in the garbage pail? I like him.
Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch.
I was more of a
okay.
Fraggle Rock kind of
There you go.
kid.
Uh-huh. Down Fraggle Rock.
Yeah, I think Oscar the Grouch would be my.
Oh man, it's a toss-up between the drummer for the Muppet Band, Animal.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm
Animal
the way
and the
all the way.
Swedish Chef.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I mean, I could the Swedish Chef.
Swedish Chef's pretty dope.
But the sax player was cool too. The guy in the Inspector Clouseau
Yeah.
outfit.
Yeah, the whole Electric
Yeah.
Mayhem band was
Oh
pretty
yeah,
rad.
yeah, Animal.
They were
was
pretty
right.
spectacular.
But yeah, I would go with the Swedish Chef.
Maybe we should cover this.
You should. You totally should. Yeah. I think you all could.
But the
rock that
critics
out
were
pretty
cool.
good.
The guys in the balcony.
Uh-huh.
Those guys were hysterical.
Very cool. Well, thanks so
Yeah.
much. Good
Thank
luck
you,
with
Laura.
your music and
You as well.
love seeing you out.
I have one last surprise for you.
Oh.
I just want to give you a
Oh. Wow. Thanks. Oh, I will wear this. Yes.